So let's talk some It Chapter 2. So as of recording this video, we're less than 1 month away from It Chapter 2 coming out, seeing Pennywise pop back out onto our screen. It's one of the most highly anticipated movies of 2019. So they re-released the movie last weekend, kind of, which is cool to refresh your memory, because generally what happens when we get to a second movie is people forget the first movie, but they did it with a little twist. Now, they introduced a 7-8 minute extra footage that will include inside the movie. So essentially, they entice people in the movie to get an extended look at a scene from the next movie early, which is cool. And obviously, this will not be revealed on YouTube or anywhere like that, so you had to be there. It was only at selected cinemas. Sadly, my local cinema couldn't see it, but we're going to break down what happened in that scene and how and why it is so important. So what is good YouTube? If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the pop culture based content we do on this channel. We are currently giving away EndGame, which is a Marvel movie, on Blu-ray, 4K, or DVD. All you got to do is subscribe to this channel and let me know down below, are you even excited about this movie? It looks so freaking insane. It looks pretty scary, and we already know this movie will be very, very close to 3 hours. So it's pretty cool that they are giving us access to a 7 to 8 minute new scene that will be in the movie, but they didn't show you the complete scene. We don't know if it's going to be the complete scene until the movie drops 6th of September, which is just a little under 1 month as of recording this video. So let's get into what happened in this extended footage. So the scene that Warner Bros. Decided to give us extra is actually the reunion scene, the Chinese restaurant scene when they're back in Derry. We see a callback to Ben and Bev first meeting as they reunited. It's pretty cool because this movie, it's like 27, 30 years later. It's later. Pennywise has been waiting so freaking long to get his hands back. So Richie and Eddie quickly fall into their usual banter. It's all very sweet until Mike brings up the reason he called them all back to Derry. Remember, he's the only one that's literally stuck in Derry this time. They've all moved away, or it appears they've moved away. We can only talk about what we've seen in trailers. And they all notice that Stan is not with them. Then they come back with the fortune cookies, some of which might spell out a horrific, horrifying questions, and one of them for which seems to come to life, which is where the scene ends and cuts to the main trailer. First off, the cast is absolutely perfect. I don't think any of them had many doubts about casting everyone. James McAvoy appears to be freaking insane. So the main reason they've all been called back to Derry is because Pennywise is back, and that's the main vocal point of this trailer. It seems like there's going to be a kind of slow build up to Pennywise re-emerging inside It Chapter 2. Now, the question lurking in their fortune cookies and the surprise of the cookie came to life, showcasing an excellent tension as well. There are no jump scares in the scene, although the scene does look like it's being cut really cleverly, so it is missing out quite a lot of bit. So it is very interesting. To me, this movie looks scarier than the original movie, but it will be because now they're not children, they are adults. So psychologically speaking, they shouldn't be as scared, but they're still going to be like children. They're just adults who have grown up. So it's going to be freaking insane. The way that they build up to the reveal of Pennywise re-emerging is going to create a different kind of chemistry with the cast, because in the first one they didn't know anything about him. Now in this one they already know Pennywise is back, and that is why they're there. They just seem to be kind of reminiscing the reunion, but they're all back for one reason: to stop Pennywise from scaring everyone, which is pretty cool, pretty damn cool. The trailers are so freaking awesome. We technically had the last trailer at San Diego Comic-Con a few weeks ago now, in July, obviously in San Diego, which is pretty cool. I know we've not really covered much of this movie, but I want to get on it, like, because I really am anticipating this movie. So it is pretty cool that for the people that got to rewatch It Chapter 1 did get to see the kind of restaurant scene, which was an extended scene of what's going to be in the movie. Obviously, when you go watch the movie, you will get to see much more in the scene, but it's looking like they really are pulling on the fact that Pennywise is back. We've seen him in the trailer. They know he's back, but in the time that they show the restaurant scene, they haven't seen Pennywise since they were children, which is going to be cool. And I understand why the movie is going to be close to 3 hours long, because they've got to build everything back up again to where it was before. and then amp it up even more. So now we're going to go over the real breakdown of the 8 minutes footage. So, careful for spoilers. This is coming from Reddit, so I believe it's true. So the footage opens with Bill showing up at the restaurant, walking inside to find Mike waiting in the shadows to greet him. They catch up about how they've changed, and before they can sit down, they're greeted by Eddie, who shows up with a long list of food items he can't have to the waitress, including even a single walnut, which would realistically kill him. Cut back to the outside where Beverly is approaching the restaurant and is greeted from behind a very handsome man, Ben, who doesn't recognize at first. There's a small flashback to the first time they talked on the last day of school before they're interrupted by Richie, who claims, "You both look great. What the happened to me?" The three of them join the other three waiting inside, where they all sit and chat about their differences. Richie cracks a few really funny jokes, calls Stan for not showing up, and then tells everyone how he vomited after getting the call from Mike, but not being sure why. The room goes silent and everyone tells Richie they felt the same way, but could not place the feeling. Mike concludes that since they all left Derry, their memories have faded, but he stayed and remembers it all. Beverly, through tears, recalls the name Pennywise, which immediately triggers a reaction from the Losers Club. Mike pulls out a notebook of a full documentation of the most recent murders, including a slaughtering of Adrian Mellon, who tells the losers that he called them back to defeat it once and for all because they made the oath. Do you remember they made the oath in the first movie? Yeah, sure, they did. It's pretty cool. I really can't wait for this movie. So anticipated for it. So let's go on. Richie cracks open a fortune cookie that reads the word "could" on it, which he remarks as weird and cheap. The rest of the losers crack theirs open to reveal 4 more words: guess, cut, not, and it. Mark claims that it's the work of it and that it is not a plank that is being pulled on them. The losers then try to make sense out of the 5 words, but can't make sense of them until Beverly hands over her piece of paper, which reads Stanley. Bill then slides them around to make out. Guess Stanley could not cut it. They all go silent until the fortune cookie bowl begins to violently shake and move. One cookie falls to the table, bouncing around, and before a quick cut to black, and out pops a small baby bird. Okay, so that's pretty much what was said from the source material, from the evidence. So it is pretty cool. We get to see a part of the scene, and it's almost like Pennywise himself may just reveal, which is pretty cool. So that is sourced from Reddit, which is pretty cool. So it is interesting, and I am really looking forward to this. I can't wait to see Pennywise in Derry. It's pretty interesting that they've all seen lost memories of what happened in their childhood in Derry, but it seems like when you leave Derry, you leave and lose all your memories and you re-emerge and you get this weird sense of feeling. So it is pretty cool. So obviously they didn't all randomly appear there. Obviously Mike called them all and asked them individually, will you come back to Derry to take out Pennywise? And that's how they all re-emerged back in Derry. It's going to be pretty cool because you can understand the first one, we had child actors. This one, we've got grown-up actors obviously playing the same character, but they've aged, they've changed, they've grown, they've lived their whole life, so to speak. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm fascinated to find out what you guys think. Are you excited for this? Did you see this footage? If you did, have I broken it down properly? I understand I may not have got all the details, but I got the majority of them. I'm really freaking hyped to see this movie. It looks pretty damn scary for a movie that's released at cinema, because let's be honest guys, there's not really that many scary movies at the cinemas nowadays, but this looks pretty freaking insane. So if you are planning to watch it, I suggest you go watch it at the cinema and don't wait for it to home release, because it's much better to watch a movie that's supposed to be scary in a massive cinema when you're in pitch dark. So like always guys, please like, subscribe to the channel to join Team Warheads. That would be awesome. We're on a quest to hit 100,000 subscribers. It's a freaking awesome ride. So like always guys, make sure to check out the other content on the channel. We will be covering this. We will be doing a movie review once it comes out, and maybe do another video about the other trailers, break down everything that we know about it Chapter 2. It looks freaking insane. So like always guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.